uh, Sadiqi. Right? Well, I don't know if that would work
Okay,
actually.
okay, okay. Uh,
Yeah.
عمر هو صديقي. So
Yeah.
the sentence of هو صديقي is the خبر. Very good.
Right. Yeah. So there, the khabar is the entire jumla, the jumla ismiya, instead of a single word. Yeah. So yeah, so it can also be in the form of yeah. So jarun or majrurun. So that would be shibul jumla, and you could have ظرف and مضاف إليه, or you can have الجملة الاسمية, or you can have الجملة الفعلية as خبر as well. So these are all compounds. Those were, yeah, so those would be, let's say, the examples.
Okay, are you done with all questions, or we still have questions?
And then I think the next one is what is inna and akhawatu inna and their functions. So with inna, ismu inna mansubun, and khabar inna is going to be marfu'un as normal. So yeah, so the inna and the sisters of inna are inna, anna, lakinna, ka'anna, later, la'alla, and kana is ism kana is marfu'un, but khabaru kana is mansubun. So yeah, so kana, amsa, asbaha, adha, dhalla, bata, sara, laysa, ma zala, man fakka, ma fati'a, ma bariha, ma dama. كان اسمه these will be كان أخوات كان.
ما شاء الله, continue.
Yeah. We've done ظننت as well وأخواتها. So ظننت will be it affects both the مبتدا and خبر, and it gives nasb to both of them. So, and the sisters of ظننت are حسبت, خلت, زعمت, رأيت, علمت, وجدت, اتخذت, وجعلت, سمعت. So these will be the sisters of ظننت.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. Okay. Very good. Do you have any other examples? Or that?
I think that's yeah. Just, I think the question was yeah, the kana and their functions and inna and their functions. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So kana, it makes the fa'il, makes the ism to be in the state of رفع.
Yeah.
But the khabar, state of nasb. On the other hand, you have the other one. But
Inna.
inna and akhawatuha, it makes the ism in the state of what?
Nasb.
The,
And yeah,
the khabar.
is marfu.
Very,
Raf'a.
very good. What about the dhanna wa akhawatuha?
It affects both of them, makes both of them, gives nasb to both mubtada and khabar.
Very good. So alhamdulillah ta'ala, now we have got plenty what we need to know. Now we will go into to, to the types that they basically follow. Okay? So let's share the screen. Please forgive me today, my voice is a little bit broken. I went today to hospital.
Oh,
I got like they call it kidney ache. You know,
Oh
stomach
no.
ache, called kidney
Yeah.
ache.
Oh.
Allah Ta'ala, it was severe. It's the worst thing to get. Meaning
Oh.
of aches. You die, it's
Mm.
better than this ache. God,
Oh no.
yeah, my God. And I had to sleep there for a while. I stayed there for not 6 hours, for like 4 or 5 hours. And I went
Yeah.
home. I'm staying home since then. Anyway, so my voice is a little bit broken, but
No.
my energy, it is high. Don't worry.
Oh.
Yes. Okay. Now let's start.
Mm. Mm.
This is Babul Na'ti adjectives. Bismillah, read it.
Yeah. Okay. Bismillah. Bab na'ti adjectives. النعت النعت تابع للمنعوت في رفعه ونصبه وخفضه وتعريفه وتنكيره. تقول قام زيد العاقل ورأيت زيدا العاقل ومررت بزيد العاقل. Translation: the adjective follows the object of description in its raf', nasb, and khafd states, and also in its definite, in being definite, definiteness, and indefiniteness. You can say, for example, قام زيد العاقل ورأى زيدا العاقل ومررت بزيد العاقل. والمعرفة 5 أشياء: الاسم المدمر نحو أنا وأنت، والاسم العلم نحو زيد ومكة، والاسم المبهم نحو هذا وهذه وهؤلاء، والاسم الذي فيه الألف واللام ونحو الرجل والغلام، وما أضيف إلى واحد من هذه الأربعة. So the definite nouns are 5 types. Number 1, implicit nouns like ana wa anta. Number 2, proper nouns like zaydun wa makkata, makkatu. Ambiguous nouns like hadha wa hadhihi wa haula'i. Nouns with alif lam like ar-rajulu wal-ghulamu. Nouns which are compounded with one of the above 4. وَالنَّكِرَةُ كُلُّ اسم وَالنَّكِرَةُ
Yeah. والنكرة كل اسم.
Yeah. وَالنَّكِرَةُ كُلُّ اسم شائع في جنسه.
Okay.
Yeah.
لا يختص
والنكرة
به.
Yeah. والنكرة كل اسم شائع في جنسه لا يختص به و sorry واحد دون آخر، وتقريبه كل ما صلح دخول الألف واللام عليه نحو الرجل والفرس. And the indefinite noun consists of every noun in its general class and is not restricted to one group. It may be approximated that the indefinite includes all the words that agree to the addition of alif lam to them, like ar-rajulu wal-farasu. The final part of the marfu'at, or the nouns in raf state, are the tawabi'. These are elements that follow the grammatical state and form of the word before it. The first of these is the na'atun. The na'at, or the sifatun, is the adjective used to show attributes of the noun. It takes the same form of the noun that it describes. For example, قام زيد العاقل ورأيت زيدا العاقل ومررت بزيد العاقل. There are two things that the aqil follows from the noun zaydun in these statements. The grammatical state, raf, nasb, and khafd. The definite or indefinite state of the noun. Zaydun is a definite noun as it represents a specific person. If it was an indefinite noun like this, rajulun, the na'at will also be indefinite. Marartu bi rajulin aqilin. Yeah.
Okay, I just need to. My my computer is getting stuck. I don't know why.
Yeah. Sorry?
Oh my god. So صفة and نعت usually when in beginning courses we say that they are the same. They hold the same meaning. And
Yes, yeah. Sifa and
so
na'at. Yeah.
but the thing is that in advanced researches they say that his scholars that نعت is different from me صفة. And even the Sufis they have spoken. Why Imam Bukhari he mentioned no Sufis they are scholars, you know. They used to be, I mean, they are from the ancient time, from the
Yeah.
time of Tabi'een and Tabi'een.
Yeah.
And those who came and they attacked Sufis like Wahhabis, Salafis, what they did is that they want to destroy Ummah because most Ummah is Sufis.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we need to be clear about it. I mean, nothing to be ashamed of.
Yeah.
Nothing to be ashamed of. No, 1927. Oh my God. 1927, they have killed thousands of Yemenis, Hujjaj, you know.
Allah.
They went to Mecca for the sake of Hajj. So they say that these are Ash'aris. Because of this, because of them saying that they are Ash'aris, they basically my God, they said that they are kafir.
Astaghfirullah.
Yeah. And and then because of this, they killed all the Hujjaj. You know, this happened in 1927, and then Subhanallah Ta'ala,
Allah.
it is something that is clear. So when they came, they started attacking the Ash'aris and Sufis, and they are saying they are grave worshippers, and oh my God. I mean, if someone now makes prostration before you, is he mushrik or no? What do you think? If someone does you prostration, sujood,
You, you try to guide them and you say,
yeah, what do you think? If someone does you sujood now, is he in
you
the
say
is he kafir or no?
if he does it for ibadah, and then yes, that is that is a very bad. That is very serious.
Very good.
Uh,
So it depends on the intention. If he does it for the sake of ibadah, then it is kufr. If he does it for the sake of tahiyyah, then it is
yeah.
haram.
Yeah.
If he does it for the sake that he's having stomach ache or is having some problem,
Yeah.
then it is okay. There is no problem
Mubah.
with it, right?
Yeah.
So we should
Subhanallah.
we should not. I mean, so what they did is that they want to make everyone kafir by anyways. Anyways, I mean, I remember Habib Ali Jifri. He went to London. So while he was talking, and then He said, someone from the majlis, he said, we want to test your aqidah. He said, okay, but I have condition. He said, what? He said, if you start arguing, I will give you a notice. If you start arguing again, I will give you second notice. If you start arguing for the third time, I will give you third notice, then I will leave the majlis. I will not continue.
Yeah.
So he said, what is Allah? He said, Allah has no place. Allah is the creator of place. He does not, he's not being bounded by place and not by time. And then if we say that Allah is bounded by place, it means that the place is bigger than Allah.
Yeah.
So like this. No, why is it arguing? He said, this is your first notice. Then he continued speaking. He gave you second notice. Third notice, he left the majlis, then he stood up and then he left.
Oh.
He said one elderly Pakistani,
Yeah.
so Habib Ali Jifri, he went at him and he hugged him and then he cried.
Oh.
He said to him, same people, scholar came last week, then they were arguing and then they started fighting in the masjid and then they called for the police and then they came and then they entered the masjid with the shoes, you know.
Shoes.
And he said, may Allah reward you. You saved the masjid, you know,
Alhamdulillah. It's good.
from being entered by the police. So anyways, I mean, these people, may Allah protect us from them, you know. May Allah protect.
Ameen.
May Allah protect. Anyways, yeah. Oh my God. He says, yeah, Babun Na'at, Bab, chapter of adjectives.
Yeah.
He says, yeah, that Na'at, it follows the Man'ut. Adjective is being it follows that which it describes.
Yeah.
If it's Raf, Nasb, Khafd, but not in Jazm, because Jazm, it is for Af'al, not for Asma. And even in Ta'rif, if it's been defined, like Al, and Tankir without Al. Like, and then he gave examples. قام زيد العاقل. Stood up Zayd al-Aqil. He didn't say Zaydun Aqil. قام زيد العاقل. No, he said al-Aqil. Why? Because Zayd, it has been defined. So Aqil is defined. ورأيت زيدا العاقلة. I saw زيدا العاقلة. زيدا, look here. عاقلة, it is like Zaydan in Nasb. And also it is defined because Zayd is defined. ومررت بزيد العاقل. This is clear. قام زيد العاقل. Okay. والمعرفة خمسة أشياء. Then he started explaining about تعريف. Yeah, because he said النعت تابع للمنعوت في رفعه ونصبه وخفضه وفي تعريفه وتنكيره. Okay. So he did explain what is the meaning of what is the meaning of تعريف.
تعريف.
Yeah, define.
Definite.
Yeah, okay. Definition or define nouns. What are they? He said number one is al-ismu al-mudmar. Ismu al-mudmar. Implicit nouns. Like ana wa anta. These are defined. Proper nouns. No? Proper nouns. Like Zaydun wa Makkah. Third is ambiguous nouns. Nouns that we do not know them. Like hada, he and she and they. And number four, nouns with alif and lam, which is very, very clear that it is a noun. Al-rajulu, al-ghulamu. Number five, nouns which are compounded with one of the above four. If it's been compounded, then it's also a defined noun. Write a question. In what aspects does the man'ut described follows in what aspect does al-man'ut follows the na'at? or the description follows the described. This is making a question as a homework. Okay. Now, والنكرة كل اسم شائع في جنسه. Then he explained the nakira. لا يختص به واحد دون آخر. Then he says that this nakira, it is it is indefinite nouns. Consists of every noun in its general class. You know, if you are to classify the word of nakira, you say it's noun. It's not a fa'il, it's not a harf. In its general class, you know, meaning that this word is noun. And it's not restricted to one group. It does not follow one group. It may be approximated وتقريبه كل ما صلح دخوله الألف واللام. And to make it clear, we say that it is that the indefinite includes all the words that agree to the addition of alif and lam. To make it clear and close, they are nouns that that they do accept the entrance of alif and lam. Like رجل فرس, we say الرجل الفرس. Mind you الرجل, this الرجل, it is معرفة, it is not nakira. However, الرجل, it is nakira. فرس, meaning any faras, any horse. So رجل, any man. رجل, you know, it could be a scholar, it could be ignorant, it could be a student, it could be rich, it could be poor, it could be black, it could be white, you know, like this. The final part of the marfu'at, or the nouns in raf, are the tawabi'. Now we are entering into a big chapter that includes na'at and others. These elements are follow the grammatical state and form of the word before it. The first of these is the na'at. So we started the class of na'at. So the na'at or the sifa is the adjective used to show attributes of the noun. It takes the same form of the noun that it describes. The same form. تعريف تنكير. Definite, indefinite. Male or female. Like for male and female. Male قام زيد العاقل. قامت خديجة العاقلة. Okay? Yeah. It follows in being feminine or masculine. There are two things that the aqil follows from the noun, meaning main things. The grammar, رفع نصب خفض. Number two, definition. So he says here, Zayd, it is the definite noun that we know. Al-aqilu, it is the description. So we have added alif lam to it because Zayd, he's been explained. But on the other hand, if I say قام رجل عاقل, look here. We have taken the indefinite sign, which is alif and lam. Why? Because the described, it is undefinite. It's not being defined. Okay. Now he says here, the nouns which are ma'rifah, meaning definite, which cause the adjoining adverb, you know, sifa or na'at, to be ma'rifah, can be classified into 4 or 5 categories. Number 1, what is attached of these 4? Okay. Qama zaydun. Okay, let's go. Number 2, nouns containing alif and lam. Al-rajulu al-ghulamu. This is defined. قلم زيد قلم زيد. So if it's been attached, then زيد, it is معرفة. Okay. Number 3, اسم مبهم or موصول. The demonstrative pronouns. Like هذا هذه هؤلاء, there it's defined. Like if I see you and I tell you and I tell you, this is my friend, هذا صديقي. You know him, this is defined. It is impossible that you say to someone that you know I mean, you are talking to someone and you say to him, "هذا صديقي," this is my friend, and this is my friend. He's he's not being defined by the speaker. This is, I mean, as if he's speaking to jinn or angels, you know. So
Yeah.
mostly it is what it is معرفة.
Yeah.
Number four, al-ism al-alam, proper nouns. Proper nouns. Like Muhammad, Rafiq, Ali, Mecca, place, you know, like this.
Yeah.
And then number five, al-ism al-mudbar, personal pronouns. If someone speaks about himself, like ana, anta, antuma, antunna, you know, these are defined. So make it question. What are the categories of ma'rifah? What are the categories of ma'rifah? So everything outside these five are undefined. He said tip, an easy way to tell if noun is different or different. See it, it accepts the alif and lam. Okay, if it can, then when used without alif lam, it is undefined. If it cannot accept alif lam, then it is defined in its stand-alone form. We say al-rajulu, so rajulu is indefinite. We do not say al-Muhammadu, so Muhammadu is definite. So we say the tip, an easy way to know this is nakira or ma'rifa. If you add to it alif lam, if you add to it alif lam, does it keep the same meaning? No. Like rajulu or rajulu, you know, it keeps the same meaning. It's man, man. So because it does accept alif lam, then it is nakira. Otherwise, it's ma'rifa. Okay. And how do you distinguish and differentiate if it does accept or no? By continuous reading of hadith and Quran, you will know more about Arabic. Because look, the sources of Nahu are four. Four. Number one is Quran. Number two is Sunnat. Okay? And number three is Ash'ar al-Arab. The sayings of the Arabs, the poems and poetry. Okay? So these three, I mean, it's not four, it's three. They are the main sources of Arabic. Yeah? Yeah. So those who know the Quran, they can understand everything. Yeah, because most vocabulary is there.
Yeah.
Okay, now we have taken Na'at,
Yeah.
which is the first one of a tawabi', the followers. Now we go to conjunctions. Bab al-Atf. Bismillah. And then okay, and then what? Give me two examples of na'at ma'rifa and two examples of na'at nakira. Okay? Make it a question. Write it down, please. May Allah reward you. I mean, these exercises, they will help you, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Shall I read now? Yeah. Okay. Babul At Babul Atfi. Would it be if it when you have Ain joining with Ta, would it still be At or At? Would there be a difference in the pronunciation, or would it still just be?
In pronunciation,
Yeah.
Ain, it is thin. It's not a thick letter. And Ta, it's a thick letter. So we need to differentiate between the two. We say al-'atfi, al-'atfi. But usually when we read without Quran, we do not care about qalqala. Continue.
Okay. Babul Atfi conjunctions. والحروف العطف عشرة وهي الواو والفاء وثم وأو وأم وإما وبل ولا ولكن وحتى في بعض الموادع Translation. The particles of conjunction are 10. Waw, fa, thumma, aw, imma, bal, la, lakin, and in some cases hatta. فإن عطفت بها على مرفوع رفعت أو على منصوب نصبت أو على مخفوض خفضت أو على مجزوم جزمت تقول قام زيد وعمر ورأيت زيدا وعمرا ومررت بزيد وعمر وزيد لم يقم ولم يقعد. So if a word is conjoined with a marfu' word, it takes a rafa. If it is conjoined with a mansub word, it takes nasb. And if it is conjoined with a makhfud word, it takes khafd. And if it is conjoined with a majzoom word, it takes jazm.
Yeah, same
For
thing.
example,
The same thing as that. Same thing. I mean, it does not have a. I mean, they fall into the same category. But the problem here, we need to know the tools of of conjunctions of atf. Like in English, we have and we have or.
yeah,
In Arabic, we need to know that tools. Continue.
yeah. For example, قام زيد وعمر ورأى زيدا وعمرا ومررت بزيد وعمر
ورأى.
وزيد
Okay. ورأى.
ورأى زيدا وعمرا ورأى زيدا وعمرا ومررت بزيد وعمر وزيد لم يقم ولم يقعد. A simple way to explain the atf is that they are the elements used to connect words together, similar to and or in English. However, there are a few additional words that come under this category in Arabic, as mentioned in the text above. When you say قام زيد وعمر, the waw is used to add Amr along with Zayd. Amr here follows the grammatical state of Zayd. More examples. إن الصفا والمروة من شعائر الله. An important ruling derived from the Quran using this rule. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا قمتم إلى الصلاة فاغسلوا وجوهكم وأيديكم إلى المرافق وامسحوا برؤوسكم وأرجلكم إلى الكعبين. In the ayah above, Allah Jalla Jalaluh tells us how to make wudu' ablution. Here, the verb ighsilu, wash, is followed by the object wujuhakum, and then aydiyakum, hands, is connected to the previous object by waw. It follows the state of the previous noun as it is atf. Then comes the verb amsahu, wipe, and biru'usikum, your head. It is in jar state because of the harf ba at the beginning, making it jarun and majrurun. Now the waw is used again to add another part, arjulakum, but here it is not in jar like the noun before it. It is in nasb. What does this mean? It means that arjulakum is not connected to biru'usikum, but to the noun before that, which is also in the state of nasb.
Okay.
Wujuhakum.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Continue.
Yeah.
It means.
So let's look at the Sahih International Translation for the ayah. O you who have believed, when you rise to perform prayer, wash your faces and your forearms to the elbows, and wipe your heads and wash your feet to the ankles.
Okay, that's
How
it.
do we?
That's it.
Yeah.
Let's go back. Let's go back a little bit. So he said here, the letters of عطف are 10. حروف العطف 10. الواو فا ثم أو أم إما بل لا لكن حتى in somewhat some places. Now wow it is like and. Fa it is and but it means and but immediately. Thumma it means after some time. أو or. Okay. بل uh, really it is, and لا it is no. لكن but, and حتى until. Now he says here, when you say قام زيد وعمر, it is clear why عمر is ضمة, because زيد is مرفوع مرفوع. Another example, إن الصفا والمروة, صفا and مروة. Yeah? So both of them, صفا is منصوب by إن, and مروة it is منصوب by صفا because of the conjugation.
Yeah.
And then this ayat, يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا قمتم إلى الصلاة.
Yeah.
If you stand up for salah, فاغسلوا وجوهكم, clear, cleanse your faces, أيديكم, your hands, إلى المرافق until the elbows, وامسحوا, and then wipe over, برؤوسكم, over your heads, وأرجلكم إلى الكعبين. Now the thing is that وأرجلكم, this is the where we learn عطف. Oh my god. Okay, so we have two narrations here. We have two narrations here. The first narration, which is the famous narration, وأرجلكم. And the second narration, which is by Imam Hamza, I think Kasai, Shu'bah, they say instead of أرجلكم, they say أرجلكم.
Yeah.
So how come here أرجلكم and أرجلكم? And mind you that the Quran, it is the source of Arabic, so we need to derive our understanding of Arabic from the Quran. So why here he said أرجلكم and not أرجلكم? The thing is that about the عطف, the conjugation itself. The conjugation could follow the closest noun, and it could follow a far noun. So the easiest one is أرجلكم. Why? Because it's close. برؤوسكم مخفوض خفض مجرور by كسرة. برؤوسي وأرجلي, and it is اسم معطوف to رؤوسي. So this is clear. Why? Because the letter of عطف came, and afterward the noun follows that noun which comes before the noun, before the واو of عطف. This is very very easy. بأرجلكم برؤوسكم وأرجلكم, like we took before in الصفا والمروة. But why did he say وأرجلكم? وأرجلكم. This narration of Hafs that we memorize. The reason being is that what came after the wow, it's not being conjugated to be رؤوسكم. No, it's being conjugated to here. وأيديكم إلى المرافق وأرجلكم. So the noun, if you have a big sentence, it can follow the closed noun, or it can follow a very far noun. No? So here, يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا قمتم, the conjugation will be put like this in theory. إذا قمتم إلى الصلاة, if you stood up for الصلاة, فاغسلوا وجوهكم, wash your face, وأيديكم, and your hands to the elbows, وأرجلكم إلى الكعبين, and your feet until the ankles. Okay? So this is the I mean the taqdeer. This is the expectation. But the second riwayah, it says what? برؤوسكم وأرجلكم. It means وامسحوا, and you did مسح, wipe over, رؤوسكم, your heads, وأرجلكم, and wipe over also your
feet.
feet until the end. This is where we have a difference of opinions with the Shiite, you know. Yeah,
Yes.
Shiite, they take the second narration, and we Ahl Sunnah, we take the first narration.
Yeah. Yes.
So now, did you understand the the thing of the conjugation here?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So أرجلكم is معطوف على أيديكم. So it's the same sign as أيديكم,
yeah.
and so it means washing which is مفعول به of فاغسلوا, and so it means wash the face and wash the hands and wash the feet.
No, no,
And
no, no, no. Yeah, yeah,
sorry,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Good, good.
yeah,
Wash. Yes, wash.
yeah,
Yes, right.
and not وامسحوا برؤوسكم, because that is the harf jar b separates it. Otherwise, it would have been arju likum, but that riwayah is Ahl Sunnah don't follow that riwayah of recitation. I mean, Quran leads Arabic, not Arabic doesn't lead Quran, and Hadith explains the Quran. So
Yeah,
if Hadith tells us to wash the feet, then we wash the feet.
yeah, yeah. It does. It does explain. Yes. Very good. Very good. Now let's continue. Said some more examples. جاء زيد ثم عمرو. جاء زيد, then عمرو. After some time, عمرو. جاء زيد بل عمرو. Came Zaid. Actually, no, it's عمرو. جاء زيد لا عمرو. Came Zaid, not Amr came. Okay? So بل, it is the opposite meaning of لا. جاء زيد بل عمرو. Zaid came. No, no, it's عمرو. عمرو came. قام زيد لا عمرو. Stood up Zaid. عمرو. And حتى it has many meanings. Sometimes we took it does نصب. أكلت السمكة حتى رأسها. Sometimes it gives the meaning of jar حتى مطلع الفجر. Now we will take the class number 3, باب التوكيد, corroboration, emphasis. What is emphasis? بسم الله.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. باب التوكيد. باب التوكيد.
Before I forget, what are the tools of عطف? Give me 3 examples for.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So continue. Okay.
Yeah,
باب
I mean, mind you, is Poland in UK?
No, Poland is East Europe, Eastern Europe. next to Ukraine. Next to Ukraine. You know, where the war is going on.
Huh?
Yes. Poland is next to Ukraine.
Oh my. So Poland is in problem now?
Not really. It's in problem in the sense that there are many refugees there. So from lots of refugees from Ukraine, they have moved to Poland. Lots of them. So they're in difficulties because of that. Otherwise, yeah, it's lots of Polish people in UK as well. Lots of Polish people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've heard this. I've heard this a lot.
Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. باب التوكيد corroboration. التوكيد تابع للمؤكد برفعه ونصبه وخفضه وتعريفه، ويكون بألفاظ معلومة وهي النفس
بألفاظ مع معلومة.
بألفاظ معلومة وهي النفس والعين وكل وأجمع وتوابع أجمع وهي أكتع وأبتع وأبصع. تقول قام زيد نفسه ورأيت القوم كلهم ومررت بقوم أجمعين أو بالقوم ومررت بالقوم أجمعين. The article of corroboration follows its object in its raf, nasb and khafd, as well as in its definite and indefiniteness. Corroboration is established with the following words: النفس والعين وكل وأجمع. The words extracted from أجمع, like أكتع وأبتع وأبصع. Examples of this are قام زيد نفسه ورأى القوم كلهم ومررت بالقوم أجمعين. The particles of corroboration or tawkid are used to confirm and emphasize. For example, قام زيد نفسه. Zayd stood up, he himself. أنت الطالب نفسه. You are the أنت. Yeah, you are the student, the same one. أنت الطالب نفسه. Okay. جاءت العائلة كلهم. The family came, all of them. The corroborative particle follows the grammatical state of the word before it. More examples. لأن جهنم من الجنة والناس أجمعين فسجد الملائكة كلهم أجمعون.
توكيد. Okay.
Okay.
Now, before we go to Badal, Badal will be our stop sign for today. We will finish Badal inshallah first. Because tomorrow we will have ظرف زمان and مكان. It's of منصوبات. It does not follow it. It has its own إعراب, which is always in nasb. Okay. Now, number two, I mean, number three is tawkid. Tawkid is basically emphasis. Okay. He says corroboration. I mean, it does not make sense to me here. Tawkid akkada. I emphasize. Okay? I make sure that something happened. Anyways, here we say التوكيد تابع للمؤكد في رفعه ونصبه وخفضه وتعريفه. That which is being emphasized, it follows the emphasis in its رفع, النصب, and خفض, and تعريف. why did we say not jazm? Why didn't we say jazm? Answer is
There's no jism in ism.
very good. There's no jazm in asma.
Yeah. Yeah.
وتعريفه being defined or not defined. يكون بألفاظ معلومة, and it has to be used in known words, and that has been known amongst Arab, like النفس والعين وكل وأجمع, okay, وتوابع أجمع. It has to be used like these words. النفس, عين, عين and nafs is they are close to be the same. Ain is not the eyes. No, same person. Okay? Yeah. كله, all of it. أجمع, also all of it. توابع أجمع, and that which follows أجمع. أكتع, أبتع, أبصع. Examples. Let's take examples. He said, um, that's the one. Okay. Allah is the one that you need to worship. Okay. So, قام زيد نفسه. Zayd stood up himself. This himself, it's an emphasis. ورأى القوم كلهم. And this is also emphasis. كلهم. ومررت بالقوم أجمعين. I passed by the people, all of them. This is all emphasis. For example, قام زيد نفسه. This is emphasis. He himself. الطالب نفسه. The same one. جاءت العائلة كلهم. All of them. So this is basically what? This is a this is emphasis.
Yeah.
Now the emphasis harf follows the grammatical state of the word before it. Like he says here, لأملأن جهنم من الجنة والناس أجمعين. So if we delete and we put it in a very simple way, لأملأن جهنم. No, hold on. No. لأملأن جهنم من الجنة والناس أجمعين. So basically, the أجمعين, it's an emphasis for جنة and ناس. Okay? Yeah. فسجد الملائكة كلهم. Prostrated, fell, they fell into prostration. The angels, all of them. So all of them, كلهم أجمعون. Look how many emphases here. فسجد الملائكة كلهم أجمعين. كلهم and also أجمعون. This is two times of emphasis. And then in the science of balagha, we see if the emphasis has been done once, then it has one meaning. If it has two emphasis words, then we have another meaning for the sentence in the science of balagha, which is rhetoric Arabic, you know. Yeah, rhetorically. And usually
Rhetoric.
Rhetoric.
Yeah.
Rhetoric. I remember I took rhetoric English class when I was in America. Yeah, I took it, and I took class composition 1, composition 2, and number 2 I took it into honor class, because we had normal classes and honor classes for special students. So I took the honor class, and my essay that I wrote, what? I mean the meaning of the title, as far as I remember, that the that the American dream is all false and mirage, you know. Oh my God.
True.
Allah Akbar. I am a problem maker, you know. Allah Akbar. And I used to revise grammar, English grammar, but nobody said no about this essay. لا إله. And I had to make a presentation of it. I made like for 15 minutes.
MashaAllah.
I spoke in front of the Americans.
Alhamdulillah.
And then I remember my last presentation about Islam.
MashaAllah.
It
Very
was
good.
I said you are stereotyping. And then I brought the first picture and second picture of woman wearing hijab. Then I said no, I'm sorry. The first picture was Mary. So
Yeah.
the Christian version of Mary, he has basically veil. She has hijab there.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yes.
so I said, who is this? They said this is Mary. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I brought the second picture, and I was like, who is this? They said, this is Mother Teresa. And Teresa Lind, I think she's in Teresa. She was in UK.
Well, she was mainly in India, but yeah, maybe she was famous in UK as well. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Very famous.
So she was
Yes.
famous in India, and she was having hijab. They said this is
Yes.
Mother Teresa. Then I brought a third picture of Muslim girl wearing hijab. I said, if she's terrorist, then Teresa and Mary are terrorists also. So how are you saying that these are terrorists and not these? Oh my God, they were shocked. Allah. I was a problem maker. I used to make a lot of problems.
It's good.
I would leave I would leave the class in the I mean I would leave the class if it if it I mean if I have a class from 1 to 2 p.m.
Yeah.
Zuhr used to start there in Dallas at 1:30
Yeah.
p.m. So in the middle of class I used to leave class and go to make namaz. And also I used to call adhan there.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah.
And then the problem was there when I used to have Maghrib, because Maghrib time is very very limited.
Yeah.
So what I used to do, I used to leave class Maghrib, and I used to go to make namaz, and then I used to come back. So one time I remember
MashaAllah.
my chemistry teacher, she left the class, and she went after me following. Come back to
Oh no.
class, come back to class. I said, no, I'm not coming. I'm going to pray to my God. Then she stopped speaking and she stopped following me. La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah. Allah is the doer. Allah is the all maker. La ilaha illallah. Okay, so Allah says here لأملأن جهنم من الجنة والناس أجمعين فسجد الملائكة كلهم أجمعين. Fell into prostration, angels, all of them,
Yeah.
all of them, two
All of
times.
them. SubhanAllah. SubhanAllah.
So question, what are the names or the tools of Tawqeed? And give me 3 examples. This is also
Yeah.
no Nahu. It's very beautiful actually.
Yeah.
It saves you when you make a speech. Khutbah. It saves you when you read hadith and read Quran. You would not
Yes.
remember. You remember the ruling of Nahu, then you follow. Even Allah Ta'ala, worldwide there is a problem in Nahu. People are not following Nahu. You see people delivering speeches, having khutbahs, even in the Arabic world, unfortunately. And I see mistakes. One time, many times I see khutbah in 2,000 masjid attendees, to offer the Jum'ah namaz. Although this, they make grammar problems. I mean, making grammar problems in English, it's not a problem. Why? Because English, it's a new language and it's been made up, and I mean, it's not. It does not have the sanctity and holiness of the Arabic, which is the language of our Master Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam.
Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Yeah,
So, anyways,
true.
yeah, it's. I told you that some ancestors or pious ancestors, they used to basically they used to do offer istighfar if they do, or I mean error or like a mistake in nahu, you know. Bismillah. Allah Akbar. You know, Indo-Pak. One more thing, Indo-Pak countries. I mean, Subhanallah. Nowadays, they are more religious than Arab countries. I mean, it is seen there. I mean, people there generally, they are seeking deen and religion, and they want to learn Quran, Hadith, Nahu, Sarf. They are ready to pay whatever it will take. They are ready to sell their houses to learn deen. But
Yeah,
but I mean, and Arab countries on the other side, they are weak nowadays. Masajid are weak, and then universities are being bounded, and Sufis, they have been attacked after the who are the real Ahl Sunnah Jama'ah, and and it's not that strong. But thing is that we need to learn Arabic. I mean, at a point, it comes like in the past. If you travel from India all the way to Spain, all the way to Morocco, and uh, you go to Jerusalem, you go to Yemen, you go to Iraq, they all speak Arabic and they all do understand each other. You know,
yeah, yes,
Alhamdulillah Ta'ala, I speak to brothers from Morocco, brothers from Libya, brothers from Jordan, brothers from Palestine. May Allah make it easy. Brothers from Oman, anywhere in the world,
yeah,
Sudan, Egypt. I speak with them standard Arabic, and all of them, they do understand me without having any problem in the vocab or on the different usages of the language. No,
yeah. Subhanallah.
Allah, it's a blessing from Allah. It's a blessing from Allah. Alhamdulillah. So, anyways, fourth class of tawabi'. I told you that tawabi' followers are four. We said number one is na'at or sifa. Now, number two is conjugation, which is atf. And number three is tawkid, is emphasis. And number four is badal, substitution. This is the fourth one. It's the easiest one.
Yeah,
Yeah, Bismillah. Start reading, inshallah.
okay. Bismillah. Is this a long one?
No, 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 no. After the apple, then we are done.
Okay. Bismillah. Babul Badali, substitution. إذا أبدل اسم من اسم أو فعل من فعل أو من فعل تبعه في جميع إعرابه، وهو على أربعة أقسام: بدل الشيء من الشيء، وبدل البعد من الكل، وبدل الاشتمال، وبدل الغلط، ونحو قولك قام زيد أخوك وأكلت الرغيف ثلثه ونفعني زيد علمه ورأيت زيدا الفرس. أردت أن تقول الفرس فغلطت فأبدلت زيدا منه. If a noun is substituted for another noun, or a verb is substituted for another verb, it follows the original in all its i'rab grammatical states, and the substitution is of four types. Number one, complete substitution. Number two, the substitution of a part from the whole. Number three, substitution of content. And number four, substitution based on error. Some examples are قام زيد أخوك وأكلت الرغيف ثلثه ونفعني زيد علمه ورأى زيدا الفرس. In the above sentence, you wanted to say رأيت الفرس, but by mistake you said زيدا, after which you substituted it for the correct word al-farasa. The badal can be a noun that substitutes another noun, or a verb that substitutes another verb. What is implied by substitution here? If you say akaltu at-tufaha, I ate the apple, and then use another word after it which substitutes or replaces the meaning or part of the meaning of the word used before that, is the badal. An example of this is akaltu at-tufaha nisfahu.
Okay. Bismillah. Alhamdulillah wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala sahbihi ajma'in, amma ba'd. It says here, إذا أبدل اسم من اسم, when you do substitution, a noun from another noun, or فعل from فعل, verb from verb, then تبعه في جميع إعرابه. The second noun or second verb, it follows the first noun, the first verb, in all of its إعراب. Either it's نصب, رفع, خفض, جزم. Jism for the verbs, خفض for the noun. And they are of four types. بدل الكل من الكل, substitution, complete substitution, all from all. البعض من الكل, part from whole. Number three, content. Content is بدل اشتمال. Number four, بدل الغلط. We do substitution because of mistaken error. Let's take some examples. قام زيد أخوك. So we are substituting أخوك in the place of Zayd. Meaning, قام أخوك, your brother stood up. But I say here, قام زيد, your brother. See me? Yeah. Number two, أكلت الرغيف ثلثه. Now this is second type, which is part from all. I ate the bread ثلثه, one third of it. So this is part of the part substitute, partial. Number three,
Raghifa, is that bread?
Yeah, it's bread, like the round bread. You know, in English, they call the roti and
Naan.
And the naan, and I mean they are all the same.
Yeah.
But in Arabic, no, we have round bread, raghif, and we have roti. Allah. نفعني زيد علمه. Benefited me زيد, his knowledge. His knowledge. So his knowledge is اشتمال from Zayd. Meaning I'm taking quality from that person, from this noun. رأى زيدان الفرس. رأى زيدان الفرس. So he want to say I saw, or like he saw the horse. He said no. He saw Zayd. Oh, the horse. You know? You know, sometimes the people say I saw the horse. Zayd, you know? Substitution. So the badal here, now we will explain it. We will take more examples. أكلت التفاحة. is substitution. Noun from noun. All from all. التفاحة نصفه. Apple, half of it. So نصفه is partial substitution. Okay. Um, Says here examples type substitution, complete substitution from down up. We go. جاء زيد أخوك partial. حفظت القرآن الثلث. I memorized one third of the Quran. Substitution of content بدل اشتمال. أعجبني زيد علمه. أعجبني زيد علمه. اشتمال content because knowledge is content of زيد. غلط mistake. رأيت زيدان. Look here how he makes like 3 dots. It means that he paused for a second, okay, to know, to remember the reality or what he wanted to say. رأيت زيدا الفرس. Okay? An example of verbs. Now we will go to بدل of verbs. ومن يفعل ذلك يلقى أثاما يضاعف له العذاب يوم القيامة فيخلد فيه. So ومن يفعل ذلك يلقى أثاما يضاعف. Whoever did that, meaning killing, okay, without legal Islamic reasons, the killer or whatnot. He said ومن يفعل ذلك, whoever does this, يلقى أثاما, he finds إثم, sin. Then he says that Allah says يضاعف له العذاب. Look here, يلقى, it is مجزوم جزم there because the origin of it is يلقى, and the sign of jazm is the deletion of the alif because it is from the حروف العلة يعني. يضاعف له العذاب, it is بدل of يلقى. Okay? These are types of substitution. بدل الشيء من الشيء, something from other thing. زيد أخوك. Okay, because we have many Zaids, then the same we have extended brother. أكلت التفاحة نصفه. I ate the apple, half of it. بدل I loved Zaid, knowledge. And رأيت زيدا الفرس. He said I saw Zaid, then he stopped and he said Faras, the horse. You see me now? So question, what are the types of what are the four followers? Okay, this is question. Second question I want you to write down. What are the types of badal, and what are the give me 2 examples. Okay? Okay. And then inshallah tomorrow we go to al-mansubat. We go to what?
منصوبات إن شاء الله.
And I think مفروضات, منصوبات, and then
منصوب.
مفروضات. Where's the Yeah. See me now? Inshallah
Yeah.
ta'ala, tomorrow we take al-mansubat. If Allah gives us enough strength, enough ability, inshallah we take al-mansubat. May Allah make this majlis clearly for His sake, and make it easy, and give us the ability to speak Arabic like Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een. Alhamdulillahi Rabbi al-alamin. You make a lot of dua, Allah makes it. I know,
Inshallah, yes.
I know, I know that you are. You know, you've been born into English, and it's a lot of work for you to learn Arabic, new language. But subhanallah, you're able. You know here there are some people that they know 7 languages. And
Allah,
yeah, they make a lot of effort to get 7 languages. So
mashallah.
if a person wants to go to Germany to
Mm.
learn medicine or engineering, then he goes there. He learns German language. Then he
Oh,
study. Then he studies for the sake of engineering or being a doctor. On the other hand, this is
mashallah.
mashallah. This is for the sake of Quran Akhirah. We make
Yeah,
our best, inshallah ta'ala. And Allah ta'ala, He knows how much effort you do, and Allah ta'ala will make it easy. Subhanahu wa
Amen. Inshallah.
ta'ala. Okay, inshallah.
Okay.
May Allah reward you tremendously, Sheikh Rafiq. See you tomorrow, inshallah, on time.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Inshallah, yes.
And if you can make it at 10 o'clock, so
Yeah.
we can have 2 hours. That's very very beautiful.
Inshallah. Inshallah. Inshallah.
And basically after this مخفوضات منصوبات, we have مخفوضات, and then we are finishing the book. It will be so easy, and then we will have revision, inshallah, all over the book. Then we will have exam, and then inshallah you will pass the exam like you passed the previous one, and then we can go
Inshallah.
to next book, inshallah. We can take an Arabic if you want, or if you want we go do نخبة.
Inshallah.
Are you still having your class, your hadith class in the morning?
Yes, yeah.
MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Send me the book of Sheikh Tariq Al Qadri.
Inshallah.